Welcome back, Film Force fans. Get excited as we look back at all 18 MCU films in the countdown to Avengers Infinity War.
So the movie I'm talking about today is The Incredible Hulk, the second movie in the MCU.
So The Incredible Hulk came straight out after Iron Man. And so after seeing Iron Man, you're suddenly so pumped for the rest of these films. You're not sure what's going to happen yet. And then you bring out The Incredible Hulk. And you go in and it's all okay. It's all right. It's not great.
I actually think that this movie is kind of heavily underrated. Even though it has a very long runtime, I feel that it's paced pretty well, and Edward Norton gives an amazing performance as Bruce Banner. Granted, it's not as good as someone like Robert Downey Jr., but it's up there. Especially for the movie he's in, he works perfectly.
I should be fair to every movie. Every movie has at least one good quality in it. There are things in the film that I tolerated.
Now, that's probably because Hulk is a hard character to do in the movies, especially a solo film, because half the time he can barely speak. And he is quite brutal, so how do you make him a protagonist? They've done it well now in Avengers and Thor Ragnarok, but at the time, it was difficult. But I think they found one of the ways to do an okay job of it.
Hulk! Smash!
No, I legitimately thought that Edward Norton was indeed a good lead. He played the character very, very well. Of course, I mean Bruce Banner. Hulk, he's not amazing.
Edward Norton did a great job really making you understand the character. And he's already the Hulk. It's not an origin film of the Hulk, really. He's already the Hulk when you first meet him, which was a great way to do it. We didn't need a rehash of the 2003 Eric Bana Hulk movie. Okay, less said about that one, the better.
He captures a nervous energy that I feel just nails the character of Bruce Banner in a way that Mark Ruffalo at times has not.
And you're introduced to this character who's on the run, and you really start sympathising with the character, although he's got a darker side. You're also introduced to other characters like Tim Roth's Emil Blonsky, who's this aged soldier who wants to be better. So you understand this villain's psychology. He wants something to keep him young, okay? To keep him fit. Because I love the line where he said, if you can put the mind I have now in the soldier that I was 20 years ago, you have a soldier that's awesome. Or a line similar to that. But that's a great line. You're right.
Another thing I disliked, Tim Roth as a bad guy. What connection does he have to Bruce Banner? What's his relationship with him?
Abomination is a serviceable villain, although he falls into the MCU trap of, hey, our villain is basically just a flipped version of the hero, like you had with Ironmonger or Yellow Jacket in Ant-Man.
Betty Ross is the main love interest of Bruce Banner, but I'm not so sure Liv Tyler was the right person for the role. The way she says, I love you. It was just... There was no chemistry, I thought. There was no chemistry.
Like the relationship between him and Betty, and I enjoy most of the performances in the film, including the person who eventually becomes the leader.
Liv Tyler. All she is just, hey, Tiger, come, Bruce, come down. I can't tell you how many times I heard so frequent amount of times the faint quiver of voice saying, Bruce. You'll look at what kind of character she is and like the aspects of her, and you take out her relationship with Bruce Banner. What is her personality? So it doesn't involve Bruce Banner. Nothing! I was like, nothing. Ugh! I think that's all I have to share about what I disliked about this movie. Yeah, I really didn't like it. In fact, I hated it. To be honest, you guys, I wanted to like this movie.
One of the weakest elements that people often target in the movie is the CGI on The Incredible Hulk and Abomination. And rightly so. It's certainly not very good CGI. However, I would point out that A, it was in 2008, and B, the CGI that they had to do on The Incredible Hulk was a lot more difficult than on a movie like, say, Iron Man. So it was a bit, they were trying to do something that was a bit beyond their technological reach, And I gotta give them props for going for it, even if it sometimes looks like a video game. And to be honest, some of the time the Hulk looks really good, especially when he's partially obscured in shadow. He's revealed incredibly interestingly in the movie, almost in like a horror movie scene where you just see bits of him and pieces and then you finally see his face. And I think it looks really good.
Another thing I disliked, the story. The directing style and cinematography was played safe to make it boring, which harnessed them and it harmed them in a way for me where it made it worse than 2003 Hulk movie because it left nothing for me. The reason why the new version of the Hulk with Mark Ruffalo works better is because he's working with other charismatic characters to work off of, because I don't feel like he's a good lead. I want to be proven wrong and have a story that's really, really good to show me that that's not the case, but this movie does not show that.
And then when you finally get the big reveal at the end, Tim Roth's character turning into Abomination, you get that fight through the city, okay, the destruction, the pound, and it just turns into this punch, punch, punch. But then you have Hulk speak. Hulk smash. That was an iconic line from the comics, from video games, from everything. I wanted to hear that. And when he did that, the childhood in me, I was still a child at the point where it's like, yes, the Hulk is awesome.
Overall, while it's certainly not one of the best MCU movies, I think The Incredible Hulk has a lot to offer in terms of character, some cool visuals, and just a genuinely enjoyable experience to watch. So, if you haven't given it a chance, maybe check it out.
It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but a movie that was still awful. I am giving this movie a 4 out of 10. I really did not like it. It was very, very difficult to watch it. I am shocked and surprised for how little I cared for this film.
And in some ways, I'm really sad that we haven't had a Hulk solo film again. But this was an okay film. This was an okay film. It was sort of a step back, though, when you look at Iron Man. So for that reason, I'm giving it sort of a 6.5 out of 10.
Thank you so much to Jordan for having me on his channel. There's probably a link in the description or something like that. Again, my channel's name is Sibling Cinema. I do videos there with my brother Dominic. We're currently ranking the MCU ourselves, but just at a much slower pace than Jordan is. So yeah, if you like those, you can go ahead and check my channel out and subscribe, and you should obviously subscribe to Jordan's. Alright guys, thanks. I'll catch you later.
Thank you for watching this episode of the MCU fan countdown to Avengers Infinity War. Make sure you check out everyone's links in the description below, and like and comment and share this video, and check out the video tomorrow. Until next time, bye.